Hello everyone, and welcome back to another enlightening episode of The Perspectives of the Bible. If this is your first time visiting our channel, we are genuinely thrilled to have you join us on this exciting journey. Please take a moment to subscribe, hit that like button, and activate the notification bell to ensure you're always up to date with our latest videos. Today, we are embarking on a thought-provoking and insightful exploration of an incredibly fascinating topic, hidden kinships, exploring family trees and their impact in the Bible. The Bible, often regarded merely as a collection of ancient texts, is in fact a rich and intricate tapestry woven with stories that intertwine familial ties, lineage, and the powerful dynamics that shape relationships across countless generations. These connections can greatly influence the destinies of individuals as they navigate the intricate complexities of their lives, simultaneously reflecting deeper spiritual truths alongside the societal norms that prevailed during their respective eras. Have you ever pondered how these integral relationships might have influenced pivotal events chronicled in the Bible, or how they have shaped the identities of certain prominent figures within the sacred scriptures? Many times, it is the lesser-known stories of biblical characters, those we rarely discuss in depth, that often yield fresh insights into the faith narratives we frequently share in our church gatherings and communities. For example, let's take a closer look at the genealogies presented throughout the Bible. At first glance, they may seem tedious or uninteresting, filled entirely with seemingly hard-to-pronounce names and figures that might feel overwhelming. However, these genealogies serve a much grander purpose than we often realize. They provide essential context that is vital for understanding the arrival of the long-awaited Messiah, demonstrating God's unwavering faithfulness through numerous generations. Each name, each link in this fascinating chain of ancestry, tells a story filled with meaning and significance, contributing richly to the broader narrative of faith and hope that permeates the sacred scriptures. During today's exploration, we will thoroughly examine various notable family trees, such as those of Ruth and Naomi, as well as the lineage of Jesus Christ. We will also delve deeper into some of the lesser-known kinships that carry unexpected yet significant weight in the grand narrative of the Bible. Each of these stories reveals dimensions we may have previously neglected, urging us to reevaluate how we perceive these connections. As we navigate these intricate relationships, you will witness firsthand how God's providential hand intricately weaves through the entire tapestry of human relationships, often in ways we could never have predicted or expected. Remember, every person's story holds vital importance. It's not solely about the major biblical figures, but also about the substantial impact their relationships had, influencing the unfolding events vividly captured in the sacred scriptures. Throughout the annals of history, family ties have played a pivotal role in shaping various theological ideas and have influenced faith practices across different cultures and communities. In countless biblical accounts, the complex ways in which family members interact, whether through conflicts, alliances, or moments of profound healing, provide us with a broader understanding of key themes such as fidelity, betrayal, unwavering love, and notions of redemption. So, sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves to immerse in the intricate webs of kinship found within the pages of the Bible. Together, we will discover how these connections impact the narratives we embrace, both historically and personally, continuously resonating through our modern-day interactions and comprehension of faith. In the vast and diverse tapestry that is the Bible, one of the most fascinating and profound concepts we encounter is the notion of kinship. Within biblical terms, kinship transcends mere biological ties that bind families together. It encompasses spiritual and covenantal relationships that are profoundly born out of these family units. Throughout the entirety of the scriptures, we frequently observe how these relationships shape the narrative surrounding both individual characters as well as the larger unfolding story of God's chosen people. A particularly notable example lies within the compelling narrative of Ruth and her mother-in-law, Naomi, which offers invaluable lessons pertinent to our own experiences of loyalty, love, and commitment. Ruth, who hails from Moab, experiences the profound tragedy of widowhood, ultimately making the remarkable decision to stay with Naomi following the untimely death of her beloved husband. This extraordinary act of unwavering loyalty and commitment not only transforms the lives of both Ruth and Naomi, but also forges a vibrant new family bond steeped deeply in love and dedication. Remarkably, Ruth's kinship with Naomi leads her into the revered lineage of David, and by extension, into the line that brings forth Jesus Christ. Here, we witness how what may initially seem like a simple relationship grounded in devotion ignites a significant chain reaction through the chronicle of salvation history, ultimately impacting generations in ways that extend far beyond initial circumstances and expectations. Furthermore, the interconnections of different family trees play an instrumental role in the unfolding of God's promises throughout biblical history, intricately linking blessings and callings, forming a narrative that resonates truly through time. For example, let us take into account the generational lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Their familial ties not only illustrate the hereditary aspect of relationships, but also portray the profound themes of blessing and covenant throughout their era. The book of Genesis presents a captivating narrative where God extends a sacred and beautiful covenant to Abraham, assuring him that his descendants would be as numerous as the stars that grace the vast night sky. When we consider that this promise is intrinsically entwined with the bonds of family, we bear witness to powerful narratives that delve deeply into the trials, tribulations, struggles, and eventual triumphs faced by these chosen families. As we delve deeper into these intricately woven narratives, it becomes essential to explore how these family connections possess significant ramifications on individual destinies, as well as collective identities and communal narratives. Let us take Joseph and his brothers as a case study. The intricate dynamics residing within Joseph's family tree, characterized by sibling rivalry, betrayal, and eventual reconciliation, serve as a mirror reflecting the complexities inherent in human relationships. Joseph's eventual ascent to power in Egypt not only saves his family from impending famine, it also profoundly redefines what it means to be a family, one that is bonded together by forgiveness and redemption, showcasing the transformative power of restoring broken relationships. Thus, we come to recognize that kinship is never an isolated phenomenon. Instead, it creates a comprehensive framework through which God's narrative of grace, mercy, and redemption continues to unfold, revealing profound insights into his character and purpose as unveiled through love. Consider, too, the often overlooked yet crucial roles played by women within these genealogical records. Women like Tamar, Rahab, and Bathsheba are intricately woven into the fabric of biblical family trees, and their compelling stories bravely challenge societal norms and beliefs while simultaneously highlighting the purpose and dynamic power that their kinship ties lend to the narrative arcs. In summary, biblical kinships serve as a profound and unique lens through which we can deepen our understanding of our own relationship with God and one another. Each family story encapsulates the transformational power of love, unyielding sacrifice, and unmerited grace. Central themes that resonate throughout the Bible and continue to inform and transform our perception of spiritual life today and our connections with each other. As we further delve into these divine connections, it's vital to recognize how these kinships empower us to gain a richer understanding of our own identities and purposes within the framework of our spiritual lives. In the New Testament, we encounter the compelling metaphor of the body of Christ, which draws upon familial language to describe the interconnectedness of the church community. The Apostle Paul, in his deeply impactful letters, frequently refers to fellow believers as brothers and sisters in the faith, emphasizing the overarching concept that spiritual kinship transcends mere biological relationships and speaks to a deeper bond formed by faith, love, and shared experiences of worship and service. In his profound epistle to the Romans, Paul beautifully encapsulates this transformative idea when he discusses the notion of adoption and what it means to be welcomed into God's family. Here, kinship is entirely redefined. It is no longer confined strictly to biological lineage, but beautifully transformed into a divine relationship grounded in our shared faith and collective journey toward truth. Romans 8 verse 15 powerfully states, "For you did not receive a spirit of bondage again to fear, but you received the spirit of adoption by whom we cry out, Abba, Father." This passage beautifully captures our new identity as beloved children of God, enveloped in his boundless love, acceptance, and familial embrace. Moreover, the implications of spiritual kinship resonate deeply with how we perceive one another and interact within our communities today. Just as the family trees in the biblical narrative intertwine and significantly influence individual lives, our spiritual connections invite us to embrace a profound sense of belonging and responsibility toward one another as we navigate our daily lives. Families shape our identities in truly essential ways, but as vibrant and active members of the body of Christ, we are called not only to recognize our interconnected bonds, but also to build one another up in faith, reflecting the profound love and unity that God intended for us through his sacred purpose and guidance. Another compelling example we illuminate is the remarkable relationship between Mary and Elizabeth, two women whose kinship becomes strikingly evident during the miraculous events leading up to the birth of Jesus. Their bond represents family support during a pivotal moment in history and exemplifies how kinship can lead to extraordinary spiritual encounters. This profound connection ultimately culminates in Elizabeth recognizing Mary as the mother of her Lord, showcasing the beauty, depth, and significance of shared purpose among kin that can ignite great spiritual awakenings and ripple effects throughout their dedicated communities. In a broader context, these intricate family connections, embedded within the biblical text, offer profound insights into God's character and His all-encompassing plan for humanity. They remind us that under His divine providence, our lives are far from random or disconnected. Rather, they are interwoven with purpose and rich meaning that eternally connect our stories to His overarching narrative of salvation, fulfillment, and restoration. In conclusion, to fully comprehend the treasure that the Bible represents, we must grasp the profound depth of its kinship narratives. These stories remind us that whether through biological ties or spiritual bonds, God's divine design emphasizes themes rooted in love, grace, and an undeniable call to relationship, both with Him and with one another as cherished members of His family. The journey of understanding these hidden kinships invites us to explore and appreciate the intricacies of divine relationships that God has instilled within the human experience. As we contemplate the far-reaching effects of kinship, we must not overlook the broader societal and ethical implications inherent within these relationships. The Bible does not shy away from depicting the complexities of family dynamics, seamlessly interwoven with timeless themes like betrayal, reconciliation, and the enduring legacy we leave behind in our relationships. These age-old themes provide fertile ground for us to reflect on our own relationships and the challenges we encounter while actively cultivating the special bonds we share with those around us. For instance, let's turn our attention to the tumultuous familial tensions present in the profound story of King David and his children, particularly focusing on the harrowing narrative of his son Absalom. The emotional rift that develops between David and Absalom highlights the severe consequences of unresolved conflict, thereby emphasizing the essential need for compassion, mercy, and understanding within our family structures. This story serves as a cautionary tale about how lingering unresolved issues within kinship can escalate into estrangement and tragedy, reminding us of the profound importance of approaching our relationships with the grace, love, and honesty they require in our own lives and communities. In contrast, we can observe the rich themes of restoration portrayed in the memorable parables of the prodigal son and the Good Samaritan. These timeless narratives reinforce the essential concept that kinship, whether it's literal or figurative, carries with a divine responsibility that calls us to extend mercy and love, affirming our innate connection to one another through the discerning eyes of God, and reimagining our roles within the larger community of faith. They challenge us to transcend our cultural and social norms, inviting us to embrace a broader definition of kinship that resonates with understanding and compassion, welcoming marginalized individuals and outcasts as cherished members of God's family, thus creating an inclusive atmosphere of love, support, and acceptance. The teachings of Jesus further elucidate how kinship should embody compassion and servant leadership. His call to love our neighbors as ourselves, along with his encouragement to serve one another, shines a brilliant light on the roles we play within our respective family trees and communities. Every interaction we have with one another presents an invaluable opportunity to reflect his love and grace, shaping our identity as active participants in divine kinship destined for relationships that authentically mirror God's everlasting love and redemptive purpose throughout time and space. The Bible consistently reveals that God's intentions for family and kinship are deeply rooted in connection, community, and ultimate restoration. Understanding our identities through the profound lens of these influential biblical narratives propels us to forge deeper and more meaningful relationships with those we encounter in our daily lives. Ultimately, it compels us to recognize that God's family is vast and inclusive, encompassing all who seek refuge in Him, promising acceptance, love, and, above all, the transformational power of kinship through steadfast faith that binds us together, even in the face of adversity. As we navigate these multifaceted biblical kinship themes, we begin to appreciate the enduring impact these narratives have on societal values and personal relationships to this day. They offer us an invaluable blueprint for engaging meaningfully with one another in a world that often appears fragmented and disjointed, calling us back to a space characterized by love, unity, and grace that reflects how God has ordained our relationships to mirror His divine nature and purposes throughout history, teaching us to reconcile, uplift, and empower one another with kindness and compassion. In conclusion, the hidden kinships explored throughout the Bible serve not only as historical accounts, but also as invitations inspiring us to reinterpret and understand our contemporary relationships through the transformative lens of faith, acceptance, and love. May we allow these timeless stories to shape our perspectives, engagements, and actions, drawing us closer to one another as we endeavor to walk in the light of God's everlasting love and grace, enriching both our lives and the lives of those we encounter on our journeys. As we continue to delve deeper into the complexities of biblical family trees, it becomes essential to recognize the profound impacts these kinships have on the rich narratives contained within the scriptures. The intricate relationships interwoven among families often serve as pivotal moments in the unfolding biblical story, illuminating themes that resonate with our own experiences today. For example, consider the extraordinary and intricate relationship between Mary and Elizabeth, who share a familial bond that transcends the notion of mere blood relations. Their heartfelt interactions, laden with rich significance, vividly illustrate the profound importance of supportive kinship, especially during moments characterized by divine intervention and supernatural occurrences. Mary's visit to her cousin Elizabeth not only underscores the mutual joy surrounding their impending motherhood, but also exemplifies how familial ties and earnest faith can intertwine in ways that forever alter personal lives and destinies within the broader narrative of God's grace and faithfulness. In addition, let's remember the families of Jacob and Esau, whose turbulent and complex relationship reveals a deep-rooted rivalry that stretches across generations. Their ancestral feud powerfully illuminates how unresolved conflicts can reverberate through family lines, influencing not only their own lives, but also those of their descendants. It is precisely at this intersection that we see how family trees are not defined solely by lineage, but also by the moral and ethical lessons that arise from these multifaceted relationships. The dynamics of forgiveness, reconciliation, and rivalry become essential themes woven throughout the biblical narrative, encouraging us as readers to critically reflect on the relational dynamics prevalent in our lives today and consider ways in which healing and understanding can manifest within our own families. Finally, let us not overlook the enriching and transformative concept of chosen families. Throughout numerous biblical accounts, we find that relationships between individuals, sometimes forged through mutual respect, loyalty, and shared purpose, can be as crucial, if not even more so, than strictly biological connections. The bond between David and Jonathan stands as a resounding testament to this notion, revealing that in times of adversity, the bonds of friendship and loyalty can serve as central pillars of emotional and spiritual support, even amidst the fiercest trials and tribulations. These themes echo throughout Scripture, extending far beyond the pages of the biblical text, and urging us to examine our connections with others in our own lives today while realizing the immense potential for growth, healing, and deepened relationships rooted in love and understanding. As we explore these hidden kinships, we simultaneously uncover how they resonate profoundly with our contemporary lives. By examining our familial ties, we become increasingly aware of the blessings and responsibilities they confer upon us. From the legacy of faith that we inherit and carry forward across generations to the unique trials we navigate within our personal histories. The biblical narratives encourage us to acknowledge the inherent richness of our own family trees and embrace both the blessings and the struggles that characterize our individual and collective journeys. In conclusion, we realize how exploring these hidden kinships can significantly enhance our understanding of family structures beyond mere genealogical connections. Instead, they emerge as invitations to deepen our engagement with one another, calling us to proactively pursue relationships that uplift and enrich our lives while intertwining with the divine narrative at play throughout history. By recognizing the profound implications of faith, kinship, and love, we can actively participate in the unfolding story of God's family, becoming conduits of His grace, compassion, and eternal purpose in a world that greatly thirsts for genuine connection and understanding. As we conclude this enlightening journey through the hidden kinships within the Bible, it is essential to emphasize that this exploration is not merely an academic endeavor or a historical analysis. Instead, it reflects the nuanced relationships we navigate in our day-to-day lives. The stories we encounter emerge not only as ancient historical narratives, but also serve as transformative lessons that invite us to consider the profound implications of these connections in our own existence. The shared experiences, trials, and eventual triumphs interwoven throughout these familial relationships serve as poignant reminders of the ongoing dialogue that continues between our faith, our identities, and the interconnectedness we share as a united community of believers. As you reflect on your own family tree, take a moment to consider how your familial relationships actively shape the contours of your life, beliefs, and values. Are there hidden connections or unresolved conflicts that resonate with the stories we've explored in our discussion? The rich tapestry of biblical kinships encourages us to embrace our unique heritage while simultaneously reminding us of our agency in shaping new, purpose-filled narratives that contribute positively to our lives and the lives of those around us. We sincerely encourage each of you to dive deeply into your own ancestral stories and explore the legacy that lies therein, unearthing the lessons and values that have been passed down through generations. Share these powerful experiences with others, as in doing so, we can collectively uncover how our family histories, both the joyous and the challenging, impart wisdom and depth to our personal faith journeys and relationships. Let us remain mindful that the threads that bind us, all the ties that connect our various experiences and stories, whether through blood, friendship, or shared purpose, continue to weave through our lives today and influence how we navigate the world around us. Thank you for joining us on this illuminating exploration of hidden kinships in the Bible. We hope this journey inspires you to seek deeper meanings in your relationships, fostering a genuine appreciation for the vital roles they play in the broader narrative of life and faith. If you found this video enlightening or inspiring, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe for more thought-provoking explorations into the myriad facets of the Bible. Each of you plays a crucial part in this incredible journey, and we look forward to sharing more insights and revelations with you in the future as we continue to delve into the depths of biblical wisdom and truth surrounding kinship, love,